Time for the main event here in the Pontiac Silverdome. The 20 fastest men in the field tonight gathering at the gate for a 20-lap main event that will decide the champion of the first half of this doubleheader. And Jeremy was pretty impressive in the heat race. You liking him tonight, Myers?
Well, you have to go a long way to find someone that you like better. The guy gets hole shots that are unbelievable. Damon Bradshaw, though, you know, if I want to pick a guy, I just kind of have to go back with him. If I'm going to butt up against McGrath, I'll go with Bradshaw.
Kedrowski says he's ready to win again after his single Supercross victory at Daytona earlier this year. And, of course, Jeff Stanton rounds out the last of the title contenders. He's the favorite among the hometown fans here tonight. It'll be 20 laps of hard charging. The start is always critical, although, as we have seen here this evening, there's plenty of opportunity to pass on this Michigan dirt that Myers talked about at the top of the show. Nonetheless, everybody's going to be looking for the hole shot. Field comes set. Engines rev. Gate is down, and we're underway.
Look at that, out of the middle of the pack, number 15. He's doing it again. He's doing it to him. McGrath gets the hole shot.
Can he make it stick? Sure enough, it's all Suzuki's behind him. Number 7, Cooper, careens between 12, Matasevich, and 23, Stevenson. Cooper's into second spot. It is the Honda of Jeremy McGrath out front. Michael Craig's number 24, Kawasaki, up into the 5th spot. But in 2 turns, he's left him racing for second place.
Yes, he has. But Cooper has some lines on this racetrack. Let's go back and remember that heat race. He found some things on this track that no one else was doing. Now, here comes Michael Craig. But this could turn into a fight between Cooper and McGrath, because I think Cooper was the fastest guy on the racetrack earlier tonight.
And he's certainly highly motivated. He's coming back from an injury. He wants to win a Supercross before he retires. He's never had a main event victory. At the age of 31, Cooper is on the charge. You got a glimpse of number 1, Jeff Stanton, and of number 8, Damon Bradshaw, both of whom suffered terrible starts yet again. Kedrowski is on the move. He closes to the rear wheel of Matasevich. And number 23, Denny Stevenson, has fallen off the early pace. He was up there alongside in the battle for second for a while.
Pontiac is typical of the story of the season. McGrath out front. Bradshaw, Stanton, the 2 guys that should have contested for the crown, are way back. Here comes Kedrowski. Good move to the inside of Matasevich, and Kedrowski is riding well tonight.
That'll move Kedrowski into 4th spot. Matasevich falls to 5th. They head up into the stadium section up over the seats as McGrath is challenged by Cooper.
Cooper is hanging tough. Remember those lines I told you about, and Cooper right now is using them. Now, the rest of the field are going to find them quickly, and they'll all take advantage of them if, and this is a big if they can propel their motorcycle as high and as far as Guy Cooper. And look at this, there it is, right there.
That same long jump, but this time he jumped inside. McGrath.
And McGrath had to, he must have felt that one right up into his teeth and into helmets, and where did he come from? That's enough to make his shell shock. Here it is again. Now there goes Cooper to the inside. Now here's that long jump, and McGrath has no idea he's coming. Ooh. Boy, he has an idea there. Look at him look over and say, where'd he come from?
He was shocked, and I'll tell you what, if Cooper had jumped on the series point leader, ooh, it would have been a tough time in Pontiac. Here is the race for 5th. And number 9, Larry Ward, will drop Matasevich another spot. Matasevich is marching backwards here for the moment and falls directly into the clutches of Jeff Stanton, who says, I'll take this one too. This looks like a freebie. Stanton is up to 6th. He's got a lot of catching up to do. We got a glimpse of Damon Bradshaw, by my count, either 8th or 9th. A long way from the front, where we find Cooper beginning to pull away, and McGrath falling into the clutches of number 24, Michael Craig.
I'll tell you where I would not want to be on that racetrack, between Cooper and Craig. Anything could happen with those 2. Look at there. Did you see McGrath look over again? He said, what in the world is going on here? They're jumping on all sides of him, and all he wants to do is get out of the way.
Good test for McGrath's confidence.
Yeah, I think so.
All year long, he's been supremely confident. Now they're up there hammering at him, throwing wild curveballs at him and passing him. And
you know what? I don't remember. When is the last time we saw McGrath get passed?
Look at Craig. Craig has gone around Cooper, and Michael Craig, who has led before this season with a hole shot, comes from the back to take the lead. Pontiac, where Guy Cooper, Jeremy McGrath, and Mike Kedrowski run 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. increasingly a long way behind the leader, Michael Craig, who has blitzed to the front and, whoa, is in trouble. And Craig is off and on his head.
He's up. Look, I don't believe the guy got up that quick. Unbelievable.
They haven't caught him.
They haven't. No, they've not passed him. Look at that. He held. That's the kind of lead he had. Wow, is he out front or what?
Flying W, endo, bounce your head off the ground, pick it up, and not lose the lead. That's my kind of motorcycle racer.
And here comes Kidrowski, and Kidrowski trying to put a move on McGrath, and that's going to come up just a little bit short. Now, while we were watching that crash, a guy Cooper slid back to the number 4 spot. Let's take another look at that crash. Look at this, Dave.
Man.
Oh, boy. That's got to hurt. I mean, why aren't you just laying there? But look at that. He was up before the bike even stopped moving.
Well, it hurts in a lot of different places, too. Here is the race now for second spot. Kidrowski goes inside, takes it away from McGrath. McGrath getting past a bunch here tonight. Cooper has fallen to 4th and is now 5th as number 8, Damon Bradshaw, comes by. And Cooper is on a railroad train going the wrong direction here. He is back from 2nd to 5th in a couple of laps.
I just might point out to you that there's my pick moving up through the pack. He started back around the number 10 position, and he now is in contention. Damon Bradshaw now wants a piece of McGrath. Hasn't been able to do it all year, but this Pontiac dirt, I guess, is favoring him because he's right on McGrath's rear wheel.
It's going to be very difficult for Damon Bradshaw to win the championship unless he wins all the remaining races. He's capable of that. He won 9 last year. But I think this is a big moment right here. If he can pass McGrath aggressively, go on and win the race, it might make the kind of statement that he needs to make that his championship hopes are still alive. He gets stuck behind McGrath, he's toast. He's history.
You know, we have asked ourselves, we've asked other riders, will McGrath feel the pressure? And that might be what we're seeing. What will happen is he starts to slow down to protect the points lead. And it looks to me like that is exactly what is happening. He's not riding like McGrath. Look at this. Here comes Bradshaw. Bradshaw goes by on the inside, and he makes the pass.
Bradshaw is on the move. McGrath is floundering. We'll be back.